In this series on how I write, design, and self-publish my books, in step number 3, for inspirational purposes, I like to design a front cover for the new book that I'm writing. I do this because I want to remain encouraged to write my new book every step of the way, no matter how long it takes. Whether it takes me a weekend to write the new book, a week, a month, 90 days, a year, 10 years. Seeing your book cover, whether it's on your phone, in your gallery, or printed in full color, framed and on display in your home office, or anywhere that you can see it from time to time, should help you stay encouraged and motivated to stay the course and finish your book. Now, I remember when this book, Where Are You and Where Art Thou, came to me to write. It was around Thanksgiving, 2021. And before I wrote a single word, I was so excited to write for this book, I whipped out my graphics design program, Affinity Designer, and I started designing just the front cover of the book. Now, I always just design the front covers first. Then I write the book, and then I'll design the back cover last when I have content and material to use on the back, which I'll usually borrow or extract sections and nuggets of great written text from within the book, and I'll put that on the back of the book. That said, here's how I designed this particular book cover, and take note of my approach, thought process, steps, choice in colors, my use of graphics and gradients, etc. Come on, let's break this cover down, and I'll show you exactly how I created it. It was a very cool process, and I get a lot of compliments on this book cover. So I bet a lot of people are saying to themselves, how did you design this cover? Well, let me show you how. And then take notes again for yourself for your book covers so your front book covers stand out just as well as mine do. All right, so here we are. And we're about to design this cover here. And again, I always like to design the front covers of books to inspire me to write and just make it through those dark hours or those lazy days when oh, I'm so tired. I don't want to write. Oh, I'll just put this book cover, somewhere so I can see it. I'm inspired. Let's write. So I come to my favorite graphics design program, Affinity Designer, and this book is a relationship book. So, and it's got elements of romance and seeking out the love of your life. So, I'm going to want the title to be sort of reflective, and I'm going to use a font that's sort of cursive, sort of a romantic type, like love letter or something like that, So where are you and where art thou? Good. And I've also got these shadows here that sort of let the letters stand out against the background, the path here and the rose and the red and the sky. So I have shadows there. Kind of cool. So the formula that I use for my book covers, the front ones, I have a title, subtitle, and then the author's name, me, Bart Smith. So where are you and where art thou? Where are you personally when it comes to finding the love of your life, and where do you find them? And so I had thoughts of using gradients and elements of imagery, that images paint 1,000 words. So I wanted a path, some kind of road to represent your journey. And I found one, and I really liked it. So I kind of tweaked it and ooh, right there, that's perfect. Where are you? Where art thou on that journey? And then for the romance aspect, I wanted to get a rose. So I brought this rose in, and I kind of made it faded a little bit on this edge here. That was kind of cool. And the red, just kind of going from one scene to another into the romance red area, kind of nice. And then I wanted to use sort of a boxed in image here, this box here with these edges that look kind of cool. So I can separate the subtitle from the title. And then if our ultimate destination is marriage, let's say, or, finding that one person you could walk through life with, and you'll still maybe get some rings just to establish, hey, you're mine and I'm yours. Yeah. So I thought this was cool, brought these rings in, and I faded the edge of the rings because I didn't want them just to be all 100% there. There's something to say about using images where they're like no edges, no feathered edges, no faded edges. They're just like two-dimensional. It's like, oh, that's a ring. Yeah, I get it. Well, throw in some gradients and some feathered edges. Feather the edge. This is a feathered edge where it's kind of faded, kind of cool, I think. And pretty much that's it. Once I design a cover to my liking, I will then file, export, and then I'll export out as a JPEG. And it's pretty big right now, the size, so I'll drop that size down a little bit. And then I'll export this image to my computer, and then I'll email it to myself as an attachment. And when I email it to myself as an attachment, I'll go to my phone. And on my phone, I'll check my email. I'll download that image or attachment. And then that image is on my phone. Well, now I get to view this image on my phone from time to time. Or I'm out with friends or anybody, and they say, "What are you doing these days?" I say, "Well, I'm writing a book called Where Are You and Where Art Thou? Here's the cover. Oh, Bart, that looks really great. Oh, let me know when it's done. I'll buy a copy." Okay, great, thanks. So even before I started writing it, or during the middle of my writing it, or towards the end, I'm showing people what the book looks like, the cover, and they're already interested in buying it. That's motivation. Money. Pretty cool. All right. In closing, let me just show you a few other things and elements related to designing a cover to give you a little inspiration. Again, this is my graphics design program of choice, Affinity Designer, but they have a free trial. You can try the program for free, try it out, download it, or if you want to buy it, this is the cool thing. If you want to buy the program, it's a one-time purchase, $54, or $20 if you're going to do the iPad. But Windows, PC, or Mac, $54 one time. Gotta love it. Compared to Adobe Photoshop, which is a subscription-based software program, $54.99. Loved it. Now, if you don't have the time or the desire to kind of learn this software and design your own covers, which is actually a skill that is so valuable, just jump in the fire, just jump in the pool, start swimming, kicking, and learn this stuff. I'm going to show you how I design the front and the back covers in a future video. But if you can learn this stuff, you are ahead of the game. You don't have to wait on anybody. You can just start designing it, and you'll get better and better and better and better the more you use it. Otherwise, go to Google and just type in Fiverr book cover design and click on a link that takes you to book cover design services from those who offer them on Fiverr. Take a look at this, 1,297 services available. Look at all these people offering to build your front cover design for you. Pretty good quality too. Nonfiction, self-help, mystery, romance, cookbooks. You can have somebody do this for you, starting at $20, 25, 300. Yikes. $115. You get the idea here. Okay? Pretty cool. If you can't do it, hire someone to do it for you so you can get motivated and stay incentivized to get your book done. Also, there are free stock photography websites where you can get images for your book cover, and they're free. Okay? You don't have to go to some of these websites that charge. And no. Stock Snap, Pexels, Unsplash, Burst, VecTZ, Pixabay is one of my favorites. There's just a lot in here. Another one of my favorites was Unsplash. I love Unsplash. Here's Pexels. Here's Pixabay. And again, my favorite, Unsplash, where I went and just looked up paths and roads and different things that might inspire me to put on the cover of my book. And here's the license for most of these images. Check this out. Unsplash photos are made to be used freely. Our license reflects that. All photos can be downloaded and used for free. Commercial and non-commercial purposes. No permission needed, though attribution is appreciated. which means basically in your book, just make mention, hey, this photograph was taken by this photographer. You can find their work over at this website. Give them a plug. That's kind of cool. All right. Now, another cool tool online for you to use to design your front covers, if you wanted to kind of go for it, is Canva. Yeah, Canva has book cover templates. And we're talking about novels and photography, romance, all kinds. There's a free version and a pro version. But, take a look at these versions of these different book covers. And, you're just looking to get ideas. Look at other people's books and, I like that, I like that, I like that. Oh, that's a good one. And use other people's book covers for inspiration and then spin all those ideas in your head into something of your own. That's how you do it. All right. Hey, I hope this video has been helpful in encouraging you to design a front cover for your book even before you start writing. Gives you the motivation, the incentive. You can put it on your phone. You can actually print it out in color and have it in a little frame, a little plastic display case on your desk maybe, or, on the wall or whatever, in your office. Anyhow, there's lots of reasons to do this, and it's not in stone. So if the cover changes throughout the course of your writing, or you decide to chuck this design and go for another one, nothing's in stone. You can do that if you want. And then when you're done writing your book, you've got the front cover done, and now you just have to do the back. And once you do the back and you got the front, you're on your way to the printer, and you're going to get this puppy printed, and wow, you're off to the races to start making sales and making money with your book. How's that for you? All right, well, hey, let me know what you think in the comments below. And let's go on to the next video tutorial in this series on how I write, design, and self-publish my own books. Come on, you're doing great.